edge of the water, I'm jumping on. Forget a picture of all the people we used to watch. Head below the surface, almost never certain of the truth. I'm always burned when I see you. I see you.
When you get rid of that artificially drawn line, somebody drew that line many years ago with like a ruler, just a straight line right across the top of the country.
No, Donald, you stupid, stupid man. That is not how the border between Canada and the United States was established. Nobody just drew an arbitrary line between the two countries. It was established by a series of treaties over 100 years, starting with the Treaty of Paris, which ended the Revolutionary War and which continued as both countries expanded westward. And the fact that you are so ignorant about the history of the United States and Canada and our borders is an embarrassment to the United States, which is not surprising because everything that comes out of your mouth is an embarrassment to the United States of America. And I just want to say kudos to Prime Minister Carney of Canada, who somehow managed to keep a straight face while you were embarrassing yourself in that press conference. Because I'm sure his internal monologue went something like this. I can't believe I have to sit here and listen to this stupid fucking idiot, and I can't believe he's the President of the United States of America.
Who pays tariffs, Mr. Secretary? No. Answer the questions I asked, please. I only have 5 minutes. Who pays tariffs?
Sorry, well...
Who pays tariffs?
Sorry,
Mr. Secretary, please.
Excuse me.
The question is very simply, who pays tariffs, Mr. Chairman? I'd like him to answer that question.
Well,
He wants to answer other questions.
well, Congressman, if the exporters, they dislike tariffs so much, why wouldn't they, if, I think what you're trying to get me to say...
Did you remember the
is
question? I'm not sure you did. Who pays tariffs?
It's a very complicated question.
Reclaiming my time. People pay tariffs, right? Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time. You clearly aren't going to answer. I'm not going to waste my time having you go, Mr. Secretary, reclaiming...
Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to another episode. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So guys, I was able to gather some few clips of video for you guys, which we are going to be checking out. So you watch them and let me know what to think about them in the comment section.
They told us there was nothing underground, but now we're finding out that our own government spent $21 trillion to make over 170 or around 170 underground cities for the elites in case the world was wiped out. $21 trillion. By the way, there's Walter back there. He just got a haircut. $21 trillion. Now the question is, what are we going to do with those? Are we going to keep all of those underground cities? Do we know what's going to happen with those? Are we going to get rid of them all? I feel like the tunnels are being taken out. At least it seems like it with all the earthquakes taking place. But what are we going to do with those underground cities? Are we going to keep them? Get rid of them? I don't know. What do you think, Freddie?
Sorry, I figured I'm already going to hell, so why not?
Videos are already starting to circulate about the ports and possible shortages and inflations and all of that. Panic is what happens when you're not prepared. We've had shortages before, but because people panic, that's why you couldn't get your hands on no damn toilet paper. I pulled up AI and I said, I don't care about what all these people saying on the internet. What would you suggest I go get? I'm gonna give you 3 budgets. Based off your budget, pick this stuff to go get. And if you think a 3-minute video is too long for you to go get prepared, I don't know what's wrong with you. If you got $50, we're gonna call your essentials broke but ready. You're gonna spend $30 on food staples and $20 on non-food essentials. Okay, food staples are 5-pound bag of rice, 2-pound bag of dry beans and lentils, 2 boxes of pasta, 1 jar of peanut butter, 1 jar of jelly or honey, 2 cans of vegetables, 2 cans of fruit, 2 cans of super chili, 1 bottle of cooking oil, 1 large bag of oats or box of cereal. You are not focused on name brand right now, so don't come at me about the prices. For your non-food essentials, you're gonna need 1 pack of toilet paper, 1 bar of soap, 1 small thing of toothpaste, 1 manual can opener if you don't already have one, 1 pack of batteries, AA or AAA, whichever you use the most, and 1 case of bottled water. Now, the reality is if you're gonna really do what you need to do, you need about $200. But if you have $100, do this. All right, food staples: 5-pound bag of rice, 2-pound bag of dried beans or lentils, 5-pound bag of flour, 5-pound bag of sugar, 2-pound boxes of pasta, 2 jars of peanut butter, 1 jar of jelly or honey, 2 large cans of vegetables, 2 large cans of fruit, 2 cans chicken or tuna, 1 pound of oats, 1 large container of salt, and 1 bottle of cooking oil. For the non-food essentials, it says 2 rolls of heavy-duty paper towels, 2 packs of toilet paper, that's all you need, 1 large box of trash bags, 1 tube of toothpaste, 1 bar of soap or body wash, and 1 pack of AA or AAA batteries. Then for the extra bonus add-ons, it said 1 bottle of multivitamins, 1 basic first aid kit or refillable supplies, 1 extra phone charger, and 1 manual can opener if you don't already have one. This list builds a backup pantry that can stretch across multiple meals. It covers cooking basics like rice, beans, pasta, blah, blah, blah. It gives you an emergency hygiene supply. It protects you if utility services get more expensive, so you'll need batteries, and it's not wasteful. Everything here is stuff you already use. I found it weird that it didn't add water into that, but I'm just now seeing it says drink water from the tap and quit being bougie. But for those of you that have an extra $50 or extra $100, it has a booster stock of supply, which does include a case of bottled water per person in the home, the 24 pack, 2 boxes of shelf-stable milk like almond, oat, or dairy cartons, 4 to 6 cans of soup or chili, 1 jar of instant coffee, 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese or instant pasta, 1 large bag of frozen vegetables if you have a freezer space, 1 jar of spaghetti sauce, and then household emergency items. You could do 1 box of laundry detergent and pods, 1 bottle of dish soap, 1 pack of disinfectant wipes or spray, 1 pack of cheap disposable gloves. For health and comfort, you do over-the-counter pain reliever, allergy medicine, 1 pack of cough drops, chapstick, or Vaseline. And then optional bonus items are 1 box of quick snacks like granola bars or crackers, 1 emergency flashlight, even a cheap LED one will work fine, 1 extra gallon of bleach. So basically, if you're in the $100 range, you get the necessities. If you can have $200, then you can get a little bit more comfortable. I know that this is unprecedented, but we didn't know what was going to happen with COVID-19, just like we didn't know what was going to happen with this. I feel like we're going to be just fine. Just prepare. Oh, and one last note for me. Go find your couponers. They're the ones that are going to be overstocked on the stuff that moves fast, like your toilet paper, your soap, your dishwashing liquid, your detergents, all that stuff. You can find them and go ahead and stockpile now before prices go higher.
Many U.S. citizens have been reporting that they are being detained at airports upon returning from travels abroad. This is not just green card holders. These are also U.S.-born citizens that are reporting on TikTok that these things have been happening to them. And this has also happened to people in both global entry lines and regular customs lines. So if you are traveling abroad soon, know that when you return, you cannot be denied entry as long as you have your valid U.S. passport. And also turn off your Face ID on your phone because you are not legally required to give your phone passcode to a customs agent. People that have been detained in these situations have reported that they have been asked about their social media profiles, what they've been doing abroad. They've been asked about their citizenship, even though they are U.S. born. They've been asked about immigration status of anyone in their family members. They've also been asked about where they live, their hometowns, where they were raised, born, etc. The questions are getting crazy and are more in depth than what we usually see when we return through customs. So please be vigilant and know that, again, you cannot be denied entry back into the U.S.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know what to think about this video in the comment section, and I'm just going to be right there waiting for you all. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel in case you have not subscribed.
What's up, America? Donald Trump needs to hear what America wants. So this is very important. I realize that we've never really solidified what the American people want actually on a video. And so I figured I would go over a list of things that about 85% of Americans want. So whether you're Democrat or Republican, this is pretty much the voice of America. Most other things would be considered fringe compared to what I'm about to tell you. So the first thing that Americans want in government is term limits. 2 terms for senators and congressmen and president only, and term limits for judges. No more lifetime appointments, up to and including the Supreme Court. We don't want you to tell us who's going to be on it. We want to vote for them. This is bullshit. The American people also want lobbying to be illegal. We don't want our politicians swayed by gifts or promises of riches. We want this to be illegal. Lobbying goes against America. The American people also want a secure border. If you're somebody fleeing a repressive country, we want you to come in. But if you're just trying to come up here for economic gain and big caravans, we want you out. And everybody who came in looking for that, we want you deported. But if you came here as a refugee or you came here fleeing some shitty government that's trying to kill you, yes, you can stay here. The American people don't want diversity, equity, and inclusion in anything that they do. They want merit-based shit. The American people don't give a shit about your race or your gender or your sexuality. It's the year 2025. Grow up. They want somebody that's best for the job. We want a strong military, but we don't want it to be used for resource wars. We want our military to protect the United States and protect people who are actually being oppressed. The United States wants a better infrastructure. We want better roads, better buildings. We want high-speed rail linking city to city. And we want a better infrastructure when it comes to our airports, waterways, electric systems, every fucking thing. The people of the United States don't really care about your race anymore. Regardless of what the news says, we'd like you to stop talking about that. Speaking of which, why haven't you declared the Klan a terrorist organization? If you're gay, nobody gives a shit in the United States. It's the year 2025. So nobody's coming to take your gay marriage, and everybody could give a fuck less if you do get married. We just don't want children to go to drag shows, you understand? We're not trying to get rid of drag shows. I mean, fuck, what would the state of Florida be like without drag shows? We just don't want children to be involved, do you understand? That's the reason people are saying shit. The United States doesn't want to go to war with Russia or China or any other fucking country. We're done and sick of that shit. Oh, by the way, we also want decriminalized recreational nationwide. We know that not every state's gonna do it, but you shouldn't go to jail for it. That's fucking stupid. We also want to get rid of private prisons in the United States because that's fucking stupid too. I mean, privatizing jail? What the fuck is wrong with you? Refederalize that or send it to the state level. The American people want benefits like food stamps and housing assistance when they're poor, but they don't want it to go to illegal aliens. So for instance, in some states you won't give benefits to American citizens, but illegal aliens are certainly getting benefits. That needs to stop. People in America are not that psycho when it comes to abortions. They just don't want 9-month abortions. Do you understand? So we understand in cases with the life of the mother is being challenged, we need to have an abortion for that. We just don't want our tax dollars to go to Planned Parenthood and you use that just for birth control. Do you understand? Women and men already make equal pay. Remember that. There's also a law for that. So I just want to throw that out there. We want technological expansion and we want our medicines to get better in America. We want to evolve, meaning we want higher tech things, we want better medicine, and we don't want healthcare costs to be through the roof. Somebody needs to investigate the healthcare industry and get a grip on that shit. Also, we want people to investigate utility companies for gouging its consumers. That's gone on long enough. We all see it and we know what's happening. We want our products to be better. We don't want things that are planned obsolescence to be sold to American citizens. We want our shit to be made right. We want it to be made to last, and we want it to be made here in America. At the same time, I don't really care if a lot of products are made outside of the country as long as you don't fuck over the American worker in doing so. Which is why I think we need a Made in America bill passed by Congress or the Senate, saying basically a majority of your fucking products, if you're an American company, needs to be made in America. We don't want you to stop having religion in all schools or government facilities. We want you to allow all religions in government schools or facilities. Do you understand? So people have been trying to suppress Christianity in schools and the government for a long time, but people don't want that. You either have to allow all or allow none. The American people want you to take out cartels and make substances not come across the border. We also want to end the war in Ukraine, the most of us anyway. Basically, every single thing in America, we want to uplift and evolve. And we also want Doge to continue because we want to find out the waste that's been happening and how much money's been stolen from us. And we want it back, some of it anyway. We want stimulus checks, and we don't want those for the highest wage earners, 150 grand or more. We want the middle class and the poor, if you've paid into the tax base, to get that. We want consumer prices to come down across the board. We've been being gouged by corporations. It's time to fix this. Food needs to come down. Price of houses, price of rent, gas prices, they all need to be cut in half. We also want a clean environment, but we're sick of you punishing the citizens for it. The corporations are generally the ones that pollute the most, yet the American citizens are footing the bill. An American citizen's not dumping a 55-gallon drum of toxic waste into a river. Giant companies are. You need to not give them any fucking leeway and leave us alone. We want more national parks, and we don't want to have to pay to get into them. It's our taxpayer dollars. It's also our land. Go fuck yourself. Also, it would be nice to get rid of property taxes because you can never really own your home as long as you're paying property taxes. Same thing with income taxes. It would be nice to get rid of those. And if you have tariffs like you're doing, you shouldn't need this shit. So that's not a full list, but that's a large list of basically what about 85% of America wants and desires. Oh, one last thing. We're sick of being monitored and censored. That's horse shit. We want criminal penalties for people that try to censor other people's free speech. Oh, and 2A is an absolute right and necessity. Yes, that's true. Oh, and can you investigate the court system and the legal system in America? I think it's broken here. See, I think there's a lot of judges that have stock in private prisons, and the more people you arrest, it makes them richer. Don't incentivize that shit.
Seriously, I'm gonna keep saying this until I die. American culture is Black American culture. It just gets filtered out and watered down and whitewashed until they can give credit to a white guy. Jazz, country, rock and roll, rap, all Black American creation. And then you want to move to the protest side. Bro, not only did Black Lives Matter spark actual other things like Asian Lives Matter and Queer Lives Matter and Trans Lives Matter, but on the flip side, when racist assholes were trying to say, well, Blue Lives Matter, through humanity, what happened is it translated into less of a sarcastic thing and more into a genuine, like, support your nurses and firefighters and EMTs. So even the people who might be the most discriminatory, they gotta think of Black American for their own fucking views.
Oh my goodness, like, look at what you guys voted for. Look at what the Magas actually voted for. Let's talk about the first clip of this video. A lot of the Magas, like I listened to some of the interview, some people were interviewing the Magas, asking them like, why did they vote? Like, what was their main specific reasons for voting, for the decision for voting for Trump? And a lot of them say, oh, we want a cheaper grocery. You want a cheaper grocery, right? And I want to ask you guys, like, have you guys gotten the cheaper grocery that you have been looking for? Did you get it? Because from what I can see now, like, even if you have money to buy some certain things, you might not be able to get it. That is because of the tariff that have been placed on all the business vendors, because a lot of them cannot afford anymore. They cannot afford to carry on. That is the reason why you are seeing a lot of empty shelves. And even if you happen to get, like, they are so pretty expensive. That was the only reason why you guys voted. And some people said, oh, we are voting because of the immigrants, that the immigrants are taking over our land, that the immigrants are taking over our jobs. And that was why you guys voted. And what is happening right now? What is happening? I'm very sure that most of the immigrants have been deported. right? A lot of them has been deported, and has it changed anything? Has it changed anything since they have been deported? Oh my goodness, like a lot of people trying to warn you, Magas, a lot of people trying to educate you, Magas, but you guys fail to listen. You guys never listen, and this is what your vote has cost you. You don't even know that indirectly you were voting against yourself, voting against your children, voting against your business, your little businesses. You never knew about that. Voting against Medicaid, your health, you don't even know. It was after the voting that a lot of you came to realization, saying that, oh, I think we have fucked around and find out, right? This is a Fafo era, Fafo season, Fafo season. The moment you guys heard that, oh, he said he was going to deport the immigrants, you say, okay, let's vote for him so that they can deport all these immigrants that is in our land. You did not even put some certain things into consideration. You did not even consider some things. You just went ahead. Oh my god. Anyway guys, I don't want this video to be too long. Please let me know what you think about the video in the comment section. Let me know what are your thoughts. I'm going to be right there waiting for you all. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and see you all in my next episode.